voices in my brain.
What's up, everybody?
Baby, they're saying I'm insane.
I love that song.
Yeah,
You can check that
you
song out,
got me
folks.
on the run.
If you just Google the Bahala Club, you can check that song. You can check that documentary that song is in.
You made me get my gun.
The Bahala Club. Remember that? You remember that one, Gabriel? The Bahala Club, guys?
Yeah.
That was cool. Anyway, that
Bradley.
song is in there. That one and another song called Only. And that song was filmed. I mean, they showed it at every military base in the United States. And also, those guys came out on, what was the name of that show? On the,
Comedy Central.
well, that was a channel that it was on, but I forgot the name of the show. But it was a kick. It was a cool kick-ass show.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Bahala Club guys, Eddie and Jan and Bryson.
Bradley Morris.
And Brad.
Yeah, no, Bradley Morris for sure.
Yeah,
Yes, he was a part of
director.
that. Shout out
Yeah.
to Bradley. So, what's going on, folks? This is Isaac, and we are back at the shack with two of my boys. I'm talking about John Maxwell, everybody. Give it up for guitarist extraordinaire. Sammy C is in the house.
What's up?
But we were off last week, and last week we all decided to be off. It was just Sammy had something to do, then John said something, and it's like, you know what? I'm working on an album, so it was crunch time, and so I had to do what I had to do. So we took off last week, and but we're here, and man, I love doing this show. It's been, man, I try to promote it as much as I can with whatever budget I have, and man, it's doing pretty good. So thank you, folks, especially all you folks from Facebook land that are going to YouTube and subscribing. Thank you. That's what we want. So, but anyway, what's been going on, gentlemen? Have you been playing, Sammy?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, what have you been playing at with who?
Did a couple of shows with Blue Houdini over the last couple of weeks.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Blue. They did something.
I stalked them that week.
That's
John,
right.
John was at a couple of those
I was
shows.
at them.
Mr.
Yep,
Gabriel,
yep.
give me a tissue underneath my coat over there,
It
brother.
did me good to get out.
That's
I had
good.
one because I know
Yeah.
mine, your allergies always kicking, brother. You know what I'm saying? But so they did some. What was it? Are they gonna do St. Patrick's Day, or they did something, or they did Mardi Gras? Y'all did a Mardi Gras show.
Yeah, we did do a Mardi Gras
Okay.
show. That was cool. That was cool. But yeah, they're gonna do a St. Patrick's
Oh, they're doing one too.
this Friday.
That's
Friday,
what's up.
okay.
That's what's up, man.
Because I heard there was a St. Patrick's parade last week.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
in Dallas. The
Wrong,
Dallas area.
wrong parade. There's another one.
Yeah.
Me and Isaac got trapped in one of those St. Patrick's in Dallas parades.
Well, is that what it was?
We were
with
trying to
St.
get to
Patrick?
the UFC and the cabs couldn't get in
Oh,
there.
well, I remember that. Yes,
So we
I remember that.
we gently borrowed somebody else's cab. and
Dude, that's right.
pretended to be them.
But man,
Oh, wow.
St. Patrick's Day gigs are cool. I mean, all the holiday gigs are especially cool because you get people that like to drink. You give them an excuse to go out there and drink. Besides Saturday and Sundays, like, oh, it's a holiday, shit, I'm there.
Oh, it lands on a Friday too.
And bam, double shot for the drinkers out there.
That
double
might get
shot.
ugly.
Hell
It
yes.
might be a whole weekend of green beer.
Matter of fact, people like that so much. It's the Mexican to white ratio on Cinco de Mayo is pretty much even. I've seen so many white folks on Cinco de Mayo. Like, do you even know what it is?
No.
Because Mexican folks don't even know what the hell it is.
They always say it's the Independence Day. Like,
And
no,
it's not Independence
Independence
Day.
Day.
I will tell you what it is.
What is it, brother?
It's the day where you know white folk gonna go out. They're gonna go out and eat some Mexican
It's
food.
the day the fajitas are on special.
No. They
Oh.
eat the tacos. They eat the tacos.
Yes.
They're gonna say tacos. It's
Yes.
tacos.
And they plan for the 5th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hear you, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, it's margarita time, girl. Holler at me.
Just got that last bit of your taxes done. If you're
Oh,
gonna get
hell.
money back, you know.
I did a margarita on tax season, please. Those
Well,
are the
it's-
best ones.
And it works both ways. If you get money back, you go.
Right.
If you had to pay in a lot,
You got the blues.
you're gonna warm up with a
I
margarita.
feel like
you know?
drinking.
Yeah.
Holler at me. I'll go with y'all. I hear you. But you know what? I like playing holidays because of that. People are ready to jam. People are ready to party. I haven't done one in a whole minute, so. maybe maybe we'll get one going. I think we are playing Cinco de Seis. Seis de Mayo, aren't we?
Right? Yeah, yeah.
I think we are playing Seis de Mayo.
That weekend.
But it's always good to play. Except for the. Has anybody ever here have done a Christmas gig? Because I have done a couple of them.
No.
They're not. They're all
I
right.
did we did
Maybe
sound
way
for a
back
rap
when
show
or something.
For Christmas?
for Christmas.
Really? Okay.
It was. That's how I met Eric
Huggins?
Eric Huggins. Was
Okay,
there. He was
okay.
the only white guy in the band.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
I can't remember what it was called, but we
Oh,
ran
wow.
sound for him. There's like 10 of them up there.
Wow. Okay.
The
Cool.
Cinco de
Cool.
Mayo lands on a Friday too.
Somebody-
So it's a whole weekend.
Oh hell!
It's a whole weekend.
Somebody call in or text in, and if you know the name of that band that,
Yes.
Eric was in back then. It was did all kinds of soul music.
Right.
It was
Really.
cool. Yeah.
Hey, can Lewis or Gabriel? Can one of you guys Google, check and see when Canelo's fighting? Is it Cinco de Mayo on a Friday? Because if it is, that would be badass. I think it's gonna be May 6th though. But if it's Friday, he'll have it.
For May 6th.
As May 6th. Okay. Man,
So it's May
if
6th, so-
if he would only do it Cinco de Mayo, even though it's a Friday, I guarantee you he would have all the pay-per-view to himself. Because I think there's another fight going on around that time too. So it might be a UFC fight. I'm not sure, but if he did May 5th, dude, that would be huge because it's Cinco de Mayo, and he would have the whole pay-per-view channel to himself.
But weigh-ins are usually on a Friday. So.
Yeah, but
So-
but he can't get
I-
drunk. He
I-
can't drink that night because
No, yeah, he can't get.
see what I'm saying? It's weigh-ins night before the.
I think he's safe, right?
Oh, he is.
Oh yeah.
My family, who are of Hispanic descent,
They're gonna watch Canelo.
Cinco de Mayo is a 3-day thing anyway. You know.
What was I thinking?
Yeah.
What was I thinking? And we were talking
And
earlier.
You know, there's going to be a shot. One for Canelo each round.
Oh,
Yeah.
we were just talking about goat a while ago. Cabrito. I've been down to rock with that. I've been down to rock with that. I know y'all said y'all can't do it. To me, it has the same texture as venison, a little bit kind of like venison. But like I said, I didn't grow up with it, but I had it when I was younger because one of my best friend's family, they were goat ranchers, and not to mention they'd give us like rib sides. I mean, rib sides. So we'd take them and we'd put them on the grill, and they tasted good to us. I mean, cabrito, goat ribs. Matter of fact, that's a cool rock name if anybody wants to take it. Goat ribs, goat ribs.
Write it down.
Gentlemen.
Write it down.
I was thinking. Yeah, speaking of goat ribs, I was thinking. Not, and of course we watched John Jones last week, the other goat. Was it last week,
That was
Sammy?
great. That was great. Yeah.
He is the GOAT. He has to be. Even over Fedor, I'm thinking so. I don't know. That's a big debate because you know what? Fedor almost got killed twice by getting slammed on his neck.
Right.
But anyway, I was thinking, who are the GOATs of rock and roll? And I know. Yeah, you think about it. It has to be somebody that's not. It could be your favorite, whatever, but somebody that really impacted rock and roll.
I would say.
I mean, well, no, let me keep on what I'm saying. But somebody that, when I say impacted rock and roll, I mean, you could even put, even though the other albums weren't that great, you could probably put maybe Guns N' Roses in there. Let me argue why. Because Appetite for Destruction is still massively huge. They're riding off that. You think they're riding off the spaghetti incident? They're not riding off that. You think they're riding off maybe the Use Your Illusion, maybe some of those. But Appetite for Destruction is the bread and butter. Those guys changed before the Nirvana thing came along, they were one of the changes in that whole, I guess, hair metal era, but whatever, they made it to where it was cool. Now their leather wearing is different. It's more like biker, bad boy, whatever.
Right.
But they really were wild dudes, and people wanted that lifestyle. You could say those guys. So that's what I'm saying. People that really impacted rock and roll. So
I got one in mind right
go ahead. Let me hear your argument. But let's do band. I don't want to go to the bands yet.
now. Okay.
Let's start off something. I want to do first studio bands? Because let's talk about bands. We did talk about it, and Sammy said we can save guitar for another one. I think so because rock bands could go so many ways.
Right.
Because I've heard so many good things about how in the '80s, even though everybody had their favorite band, the favorite show band to see was Motley Crue.
Right.
So let's start off with something. Let's start off the goats of the show bands. Who are the goats of rock show bands? Stage band, not show bands. I take that back. Excuse me. Stage bands. Or live bands. Excuse me. Live
okay,
bands.
There's two that I can think of.
Okay, we're talking live.
Just live. There's two I can think of right now. There's Kiss, and there's Alice Cooper.
Wow.
Those are the.
Those
two,
are huge.
Those are the two live.
Those are
bands
huge, brother.
that-
They really are. I didn't think about those guys.
It's the show in show business.
Yes. Man.
Kiss would have fire and everything. And
Smells
Alice
like
Cooper would have
hair
like
burning.
a whole nightmare
Yes.
on stage.
Still does.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what Manson was trying to do. You know, trying to cross the line.
Yes, yes.
He was trying to copy Alice. You know, Alice's charisma. But
Yes.
he just couldn't copy it.
Yes. Wow, brother. Those
No,
are good ones.
No, that
Those were
was-
good. Both of them are good. John, who are you thinking?
Just
Goats,
live.
goats of the live performances.
Hold
Think
on.
you going in, Lewis? Go ahead.
Yeah, go on, Lewis.
I'd say the very early shock rocket for me was Screaming
Well,
Jay.
not shock
Hawkins.
rocker,
No,
like
shock
just
rock,
live,
not shock rock, but
live
live-
bands. Yeah, goats of live bands.
Like a live,
Live
performance.
performances.
Oh,
Man, you got to remember, I'm a little older,
Okay.
Okay.
That's whatever.
so Triumph
Wow.
back then,
I've been singing, dude.
Rush,
Rush.
Eddie Lee, you know, we're not talking bands, I guess.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
are,
Rush,
brother.
yeah.
Yes.
Bands.
Yes.
Yeah, those are two big ones. Those are two big ones in my life, you know.
Yes. Did you
no
remember?
one-
You remember seeing? Have you did you see any one of those guys? I guess I'm sure you have. You never have.
No, just MTV.
But sure, let me tell you. I mean, I saw Rush, and boy, yes, kick-ass show. And remember, we did. They did Tom Sawyer, and they had the Tall Rabbits from Presto. Remember from the Presto album?
Mhm.
They had two rabbits, and they were the Tom Sawyer. I don't know how they did it. They were bobbing their head to Tom Sawyer in perfect time. That was kick-ass, dude.
Now I can think
That
of
was
one more.
kick-ass. Well, let's go around.
Yeah.
Go around. Sammy,
Yes.
you've seen. The only reason why I go see shows is because Sam and my cousin Ed. Because I don't ever go see. I never even leave the house unless the band is something exceptional. But anyway, Sam's been to many shows, live performances. Sammy, even that you've seen or that you just heard about.
Right.
Goats.
Man, I'm gonna leave my favorite band off of it just to kind of make it
Even.
well
Fair.
to kind of step back a little bit because like I'd say I've seen Metallica I don't know how many times.
Okay.
I mean
Yeah.
so I'm gonna take them out of the mix.
Okay.
And I'm gonna kind of make it interesting. I mean, if I'm thinking like rock bands, I'd have to go to the Stones.
Ooh.
I mean, before the Stones, there were rock bands playing arenas, packing it out. The only guys before the Stones to really do the stadium thing,
the Beatles.
and they didn't do it that long. Exactly,
Yeah,
is
the
the
Beatles.
Beatles.
And
Right.
That's before they went on acid,
So
right?
I'd probably go with the Stones, just because they kind of went from arenas and then now they take the concert experience to freaking stadiums, which they were doing it
Yeah.
before, like with the Texas
The-
Jam and all that.
The Stones were
But
before Elvis, or
they were no.
they were after?
what I consider
They're
to be
They're
the
after. Okay.
Yeah, after.
Okay.
what I consider to be the goats of all time is Led Zeppelin
Live.
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 What was that? The movie they did, the live one.
It,
Song remains the same.
Strong
Yeah.
Man. There you go.
Yeah.
That was
that was
that was
weird.
epic.
There's,
Yeah.
there's
That
That
was.
was so broken. I mean, they broke that shit down. They played the bare bulb light.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Golly.
so they didn't start getting into like candles and all the rugs and all the tapestries and stuff on down the line a little bit.
Right, right,
Yeah,
right.
The early
right.
stuff, they look like somebody just pulled their clothes out of a Goodwill box.
That's my favorite Zeppelin stuff to
Oh,
watch. Is
yeah.
like the black and white. You know,
Golly, dude.
Golly,
Yeah.
There's one more.
Golly.
AC
If you're
DC.
just talking about live performances,
Yeah.
Iron Maiden with Eddie.
Also
Yeah.
a great,
Yeah,
great,
yeah.
great live band. I mean, for sure.
Just Eddie coming out.
Wow.
Well,
Just a big old huge like mummy coming out in the in the back. While they're
That's
performing.
true. I mean, I
That
can
right
I can
there.
only I've never seen them, but I can only imagine.
What'd you say,
Saying
there,
Iron
Lewis?
Maiden live.
the other one is ACDC.
That's
Oh,
it.
yeah,
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 definitely.
yeah.
Yeah,
That was the one. See, you're passing me up now.
Well,
Now you just filibustering
Yeah.
because they're one of them. AC/DC, man. The reason why I say that before I was a Motley Crue guy, and Motley Crue was the one. What's up?
We got two. We got Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin right now.
Who's that? Oh, somebody else. Somebody else
Yeah,
commenting on
yeah,
that.
Comment.
Could I tell me? Yeah, please comment more. But
Yeah, comment more on these.
as you know, I've always heard and I've only seen them on video is Motley Crue.
Yeah.
I've always heard they were just at the moment they were the live music
Did
band.
Motley Crue have their drummer go
Oh
upside
yes,
down?
I mean
it was upside down, right? When it was still
that.
playing?
Yes, that's why I'm thinking that those guys would probably be live performances would be one of the goats because gosh, I mean just what you just said right there. But they've been doing that even from what I've seen in the movies and documentaries. As far as Nikki Sixx is concerned, they've been doing that since day one. Theatrics, it's all about the show.
I saw David Lee Roth solo in '90 or something like that with Steve Vai. That was a damn
I believe
that
it.
was a
yeah.
damn good fucking show.
I mean, that's David
Yeah.
Lee Roth. You
Yeah.
kidding me?
That was some hellish stuff. They had grates with lights underneath it and like smoke coming out. And you know how Steve Vai will do this thing where he takes the guitar off, he's like scooting it across the ground, he's playing, and he's
Yeah.
swinging it and shit. And David Lee Roth he was just over his. He just kind of gotten.
That's when he had abs. Well, he always had
he
abs.
still was. He had gotten in a little bad shape a little bit.
Right,
then
right.
Got old man good shape again. You know
Yes,
what
no,
I mean?
yeah.
yeah.
So he was out there and he was slugging it, man. That guy had the biggest mouth I've ever seen, man. They had at one point in the show, they had the boxing ring and it floated over the thing, and it was just like paradise or something.
That's what he was, a boxer.
Yeah, so he's in the ring and he's doing this whole thing, and I'm looking up at him. It's only about 50 feet, but that ain't unless it was a
Hologram.
like someone who it was a person. It was 80s, man.
Okay.
Right,
okay,
right.
okay, okay.
No,
Yeah, I thought it was recent. I thought it was recent.
man, we
Yeah, this is tape, brother.
I thought
We-
it was a recent one.
sometimes
This
we
is
take a
literally
calculator and spell boob.
Right, exactly.
No, I thought it was recent. The way you described
Shell.
The way you described it, I thought it was recent.
Hell no.
No, David Lee Roth.
There was no kind of
He's a
eye nothing back
weird-
then.
But it was the craziest show. It could have been like a stand-in because
Right.
his mouth was so fucking big, dude, and he was hitting the notes, and then he got carried back over to the stage, and then all the lights went down, and that's when all the
He
big
out
show
did
happened, but-
he was most of the reason why the other goats,
Yeah.
Van Halen,
yeah, that was
is Van Halen. Let me tell you, I was a huge Van Halen fan, Eddie Van Halen fan.
Yeah.
But let me tell you,
Well, you got two
David
goats
Lee
in the
Roth,
same
yeah,
band.
David Lee Roth, that dude was there for a reason.
Mhm.
That dude was a badass. Yeah, he wasn't the kind of vocalist, whatever, but you would maybe the guys like sing like Boston or Foreigner, which is Lou Graham is one of the best ever.
Yeah.
That was not his style. Was just to fucking entertain. He said he was a blues singer and he wanted to entertain, and you know what? He did it. He was a bad.
And
those
he
guys,
could kick your ass.
exactly. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he came out on Joe Rogan. I think they asked him, "Did anybody ever smart off to you?" He goes, "Oh no." He goes,
Not really.
He goes, "No, they didn't." He goes, "Why not?" Because they don't know how to knock him out.
Wasn't he like a black belt or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a karate dude. He was a
Okay,
boxer.
karate
He
and
boxed
shit.
Golden Gloves. So anyway, so how do we break it down? That's very, very hard. How are we going to break it down? Are we going to break it down to a Rushmore?
Can a
Oh,
rap group be part of this?
No, this is rock band. No,
Rock band. Okay.
rock band. We'll have to do one of those later.
Okay.
Oh,
Rock
so
band.
this is the Rushmore segment.
Let's do one. I don't know. Well,
Rushmore
do y'all want to do that?
Well,
here's-
Let's do that because it's hard to break it down.
Well,
here's what I'm interested in. Those are all bands that we grew up with,
Right.
right?
Okay,
You know,
but you're
Or-
too
or
young
listen
to be
to-
goats, though. There's too young. Who else is young? We're talking about goats.
But you know, with music, it's kind of like wherever your feet are at when that stuff is thrown out there.
True that.
You already think
You're
it's
never you're never gonna detach yourself from that.
True that.
You know what I mean?
True that.
So we were what, teenagers? So Matt, put yourself in the shoes of a teenager now, and now you know if they go to experience Zeppelin or Van Halen or the Rolling Stones, they have to go dig it up. It's like a history book
or
at
it's a
this point.
soundtrack
right?
in
You-
a hipster show at the time.
Right.
Yeah, they're not standing in a living room watching it for the first time like we were.
Yeah.
So what I want to know is, maybe they can comment on this: is who are the goats to these people?
I know.
Because
I
they've
would
only been
say-
walking.
That's a whole other
I would
episode
say-
right there because I have no
Well,
idea. We have to get some of these
It's
people
gonna
there.
be a
only-
short list
Yeah.
because it's
There's
your
not-
Elvis, all those guys that
Yeah.
got Elvis going are gonna be those rockers.
The only
Yeah.
thing I
You
can
know.
think of,
Yes,
and
I do
Sammy
know-
doesn't like the band is Imagine Dragons.
They're okay.
Yeah.
But the greatest of all time. That's huge.
No,
that's
no,
a
like
huge.
now, like
that's a
now.
huge title to hold. I
Yeah.
mean,
So
like
so
now.
do this.
Like the kids now,
It's 2023. You just kind of break it apart. The best of our time and then the best of the 21st century.
yeah.
Right. Let me say this. I did some research on it, and there's a couple surprises on there. Right.
oh wow.
Old names.
There's a couple of old names, and then there's a newer name, right? But here's what I'm getting to.
Talking about gross money or sales.
Just
What-
influential, right?
Influential.
Because a goat is like
Yes.
somebody who influenced a lot of people
Yeah,
after,
Right,
him,
right, right, right.
right? So without getting too far into that, I'll just say this. Man, there's the goats that we consider the goats, and then there's people who've only been alive for 22, 23 years.
Yeah.
And they're not looking at our goats with the same eye that we're looking at it.
Oh yeah.
You
Right,
know,
right, right.
5 seconds to summer.
but then I'll tell you this.
It's one-
There's definitely like Hendrix is still on there.
Of
Right.
course, of course.
And
So
so you go
would that be band?
always will
Would it
be.
be that? Would it be the experience?
well, the
it's a-
experience.
Okay.
It's
Right.
a crossover. It's also a minority. It's also a trailblazer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
right.
also Cream was absolutely huge
Yeah,
too, and so was the Who.
That's
And
it.
they were huge as
I
far
was
as
going to tell
live
you that. I was
performances.
going to tell you that. Another comment. The Who.
The Who, yes, they were.
Yeah.
I forgot about this. Man, it's hard to break
Yeah,
that down.
if we're talking bands like back then, I mean, Cream, The Who, Zeppelin.
Even ZZ Top or no?
The Eagles.
So who
I would go
garners the
Black
first
Sabbath.
spot on the Mount Rushmore face?
I would go Black Sabbath because they're the one that started the whole dark heavy metal.
Well, I mean, but live performance though.
But yeah, live performance.
Oh,
that's the thing,
live
too.
performance.
Oh, you're missing Freddie Mercury.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
shit! Everybody just got their ass whooped.
Queen.
Yeah.
oh
Freddie
no, the
Mercury.
Grateful
God,
Dead.
yes,
Jesus.
gosh,
No,
dang
no,
it.
no, no, no.
Grateful Dead ain't it? No.
No, no, no.
That's
no.
why.
How dare you,
no.
Lewis?
We're gonna have.
You might as well
Come
say
to left
Fish
field.
or something.
They are literally the kings of like
You're
rock
the same
music.
one. You're the same one that suggested Pink is the rock star the other day.
They
I'm
could
just
have.
saying.
They could
Get out,
have.
get out.
she's-
Lewis,
no,
get out.
I'm
We're
saying
gonna have
right
Freddie
here.
Mercury on Mount Rushmore doing his famous pose.
Double down, Lewis. Double down on it.
We're gonna have Freddie
Yeah.
Mercury doing his famous pose.
Freddie
right there.
Mercury
Along with
yeah.
David Bowie.
David
Well,
Bowie,
that's just an artist. That's an artist.
That's an artist.
So let's break it down. It's gonna be
Freddie
hard.
Mercury's
So
got a
let's say
spot.
8.
Yeah,
let's say
Freddie's already on there.
let's say
Freddie's
top
on there.
8. Top 8. So
Okay,
Queen.
top eight, top
So
eight.
Queen's one of them.
Queen.
Freddie Mercury right there. That's one.
That's on. He's on.
With
I
live,
mean,
live
let-
performance.
Another one you're
let-
all forgetting about. right
Zeppelin.
now.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Prince.
Well, no, that's a band though. We're talking about bands, not artists. Bands.
Oh, band.
So
Bands,
rock
bands.
bands.
Okay, what
Yeah,
about Kiss?
All right. What was
Live
Prince and
performances
the
only, right?
The
Evolution?
Revolution.
Prince and the Evolution.
Kiss? I don't
for
know. It's- well,
500,
With
Alex.
live. With live.
Yeah, he actually did record his first few albums live.
Were they on that list, Sammy?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd put Kiss on my on.
Were
on
they
that.
on were they on the commercial list? Like,
no,
oh,
the tongue would end up breaking
were
off
not?
and killing
Mm-mm.
somebody.
What
True.
about the
True,
Police?
Mm-mm.
The Police?
not really live band.
I tell you
We're
what,
talking about live bands, Louis.
I'm gonna feed.
Yeah,
y'all-
let's see
I'll,
what we.
I'll feed y'all one, and y'all
John
tell
Ma-
me.
Okay.
Somebody said
You
John
know.
Mayer.
Boy, that's hard. We're
So,
talking
no.
bands.
So
He's great though.
Brandon said John Mayer is the modern GOAT.
He may
Brandon.
be. John Mayer's great. You know what? He has
Hey.
a great
before
debate for that. I've been telling you.
before we
Great.
get out, I'll tell you what I found that they consider the most influential of this century.
Okay.
So 23 years.
Are we
right?
talking?
the-
is it
okay,
rock?
let me guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
of rock. But
Hold
we'll
on.
do that.
Let's
at the
guess.
end.
Let's
We'll do that at
guess.
the end.
Let
Okay,
John
okay.
guess. Let John guess.
I think it was a guess at the
I'm
end.
gonna say Dylan.
No, we're talking about
No.
band.
Just band.
We're just going bands.
Oh,
Yeah, we're still bands. Yeah.
I go Metallica.
But anyway, so far we have Queen.
Queen.
So
Okay.
we decided
Maiden?
we decided no Kiss, but how about
Iron Maiden.
Probably not Iron Maiden.
Okay. So
I mean,
no Eddie.
I mean they're great.
no
Yeah.
Eddie.
They're great, but yeah, think
Sorry,
who
Jimmy.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah,
sorry.
think who they're going up against. You know,
Yeah.
guys like we just said, Led
Yeah.
Zeppelin. And I'm gonna say Led Zeppelin. Throw them in the hat.
Okay, that's two.
So I'm gonna give y'all one that was on the list, and it is actually it came up on a couple different ways that I tried to find it, but these guys were on like 2 or 3 of them. It's the Eagles.
That's what I just
Ah.
said.
Yeah, that's what Lewis just said. The Eagles. The Doors.
So Lewis, you said the Eagles,
Yeah,
and you're younger than us. What is it? Why do you put the Eagles on there?
because the way they sounded live, the way they played their instruments is just amazing.
That's just enough, huh?
And they had the whole audience singing those songs. Everybody knows
Exactly.
the lyrics to all of those songs.
Did you ever seen the Eagles?
Nope.
I've never seen them.
No.
I've only seen the concert, the videos of it. But I'll say this: they came out and started the whole show with Hotel California.
Yeah. Oh, Billy said the Doors.
I mean,
How about the Doors?
if you start the show on the hit,
Yeah.
Amanda's parents went and saw it, and they kind of gave me a little play-by-play on it. But yeah,
right,
I
right.
mean, and they had Glenn Fry's son. They had
Vince Gill.
Don Felder was back. He's like 70 something.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, they're old as shit.
Oh, of
He's in his
course.
80s. I
course.
would like to know how old he is.
Of course.
But
Who?
Don
Don Felder.
They had the guy that took Glenn Fry's place.
Vince Gill?
Vince Gill. Yeah, Vince Gill was in it.
I mean, that's cool. But you know what, man?
Are you putting them on the Mount Rushmore?
well,
Stage volume.
well, obviously,
That is the
we're
key
we're
to
talking
their sound.
full band. Actually, we're talking full band Eagles. So, man, we're talking top 8. So, are they in there? I'm gonna say yes. Then.
What
So
about
it's Zeppelin, the
What?
Eagles, and
Okay,
the
that's
who?
3. That's 3.
Who'd you say
The
first?
Queen.
oh, and Queen. That's right. Queen.
So,
Queen.
okay, so this is cool.
Oh,
what
How
about
about the
the Ramones?
John.
No, they
75.
were huge, but they
75.
were really man, they were really a specific kind of rock.
What
about
that,
the
that
Doors?
was one of the very. It's an acquired taste for sure, but dude,
I'm
I
looking
was
at
a fan because I heard them from Howard Stern show. So
I
was
never
a fan
liked
from
them.
there.
Somebody said the Doors. How about the Doors?
Never
the
liked
door,
the
okay, the
Doors.
Doors, man.
Like-
However, they were great. You gotta think who we're talking about. We're talking about Queen. We're talking about
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin.
I'm looking at a whole list here.
You know what I'm
Lewis,
saying?
are you writing these down that we've called?
Yeah.
I'm looking at a list that's been called here.
Okay. So right now we got the 3.
You're forgetting Aerosmith.
Oh
We're not
shit.
forgetting it.
I'm
We're not even there yet.
We're not even there yet. But okay, let's add them right now.
Okay,
That's on the floor.
are they in there?
I'm putting Aerosmith on there.
Golly, that's
That's on the floor.
the American. Yeah, you don't want it to be all British. We need some Americans in there. Yes, Aerosmith. So that's
number
4.
That's
Uh,
4.
So
I'm
okay, so we're halfway. So we're gonna go to 8 because we got to break it down to the Rushmore.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
so where are we at? We're at Aerosmith. We're at Led Zeppelin. We're
Queen.
at the Queen, and we're at I forget.
You just said the Eagles.
Oh, the
Oh, the
Eagles.
Eagles.
The Eagles. That's
Wait,
right.
the Eagles are American, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have 2 Americans, 2 British.
Okay,
all good,
that's
though.
that's good. That's good. What about the
Z.
Is Van Halen in there?
Van Halen's on here? The
You
Ro-
got to put Van Halen
Okay,
on
that's 5.
Okay, Van
here.
Halen.
Write this down because here in a second,
Yes.
let's
gonna compare.
Let's throw it down and let's chop it down to 4.
Yes, we got
Here's
to.
the other
So
thing.
write
There are
this
a
down.
lot
Yes.
of there are a lot
I'll
of
write
like
it down.
other band. They're not bands, but they're just single artists
I
that
got
are
it
on
from-
here.
okay.
No, we're just
Yeah,
doing
when
bands.
I thought goat, I went single artist. So
yeah, because
my
Prince would have been on there.
yeah, it was 100%.
When I
Because-
saw
Well,
Goat,
the
I thought
Revolution's on there.
Well, okay, yeah.
They on the back.
when I saw Goat, I was thinking, oh shit, I need a Corona of that with Goat.
We got 6
That's
right
what
now.
that is,
No, we
maíz.
got 5.
a Fleetwood Mac.
We got 6.
No,
Who's
we-
the sixth one?
We got Van
they're
Halen.
however they're great, but man,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
they're-
say nay.
We got Aerosmith, Zeppelin, The Who, Queen, Eagles, Van Halen. So we're at 6.
Okay.
U2.
You too?
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
I've got Bono.
I
so
never-
you too.
Golly,
I'm not
well,
a U2
but
fan.
live band, I don't know.
They
Fred-
did a
hey,
lot
man.
of groundbreaking stuff.
They get a
though.
lot of hate.
Look, I'm not a huge fan, but those dudes are massive.
And
I
they
know.
Massive.
forced us to
Yep.
fucking listen to them on iPhone. I don't think I can. I don't can. Can you get
Are
that
we
off
gonna
of
put
there?
Are we gonna put them in the top 8?
We'll see. I mean,
Okay,
they're on the
okay.
8.
And
when we
That's
get to 8, we'll chop it off. And we'll go
Okay.
to
Here
4.
for-
Okay,
don't,
They're the alternate. They're the
don't
alternate.
forget Pink Floyd.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And you got yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna
Right.
say
You
yes.
gotta do.
You gonna say yes?
They're absolutely huge.
So,
and they're
dude-
known for their live. Remember they have
It's a-
laser light shows over their stuff, their music.
Yeah.
So
That's 8. That's 7 and an alternate with U2.
Okay. So U2 is iffy right now, right?
Rock band.
Rock band.
ACDC.
So Crew is not in there.
What
'cause
about? Hold on.
I don't think Crew. I don't think worldwide. I don't think Crew is really as big as those other guys worldwide.
How about-
You know,
How about Jimi Hendrix and the Experience?
So check this out. We've got 1 spot left. Let me
We'll do them for a solo. That's
Wait a
Jimi
minute,
Hendrix.
So, okay.
We've got 1 spot left to make out the 8, but let me tell you who we don't have on there. We don't have ACDC,
Damn.
Metallica.
I just said that.
Oh.
Well, no, Lewis just said ACDC, but
but we don't have them on the list yet. We have ACDC, we have Metallica, we don't have Metallica.
The Red Hot Chili Peppers.
so you probably
We
should have
No.
made 10.
we don't
or-
have the Chili Peppers on there either,
Journey.
or Journey.
Yeah, but
Guns
Yeah.
N' Roses.
So here's what I'll say. Let's fill this last spot.
Deep Purple.
What we got? We're gonna take something off or put
We
something on?
can do that.
Okay.
or
So-
get 16 because there are.
We'll be here a while.
No, we'll be
Okay.
here all night.
Well, what?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we
No,
still
we're
got a
here
couple
all night. We
more.
gotta eat too.
Yeah.
So here we go. Aerosmith, Zeppelin, The Who, Queen, The Eagles, Van Halen. We got U2 and Pink Floyd.
But
We-
YouTube.
we
is
don't have
alternate.
AC/DC on there yet.
I would say we're talking rock band. I'm gonna say move U2 because they're more of a pop band.
Yeah, I agree. I can't have U2 on the list and not have AC/DC.
Right.
Yeah,
you ain't
yeah,
lying.
yeah.
That would be rock and roll blasphemy.
There's 8, but we can throw. a
um,
couple
Okay,
more.
so one
Oh.
more time, can we hear the list? Because you know what? I'm thinking.
Sure.
I have
I'm
more.
thinking of moving the
Hold on, hold
Eagles
on, hold on.
because the Eagles aren't rock enough.
we can do that too.
Wait, what are you thinking, Lewis?
I got more people here now. Let's see. Genesis.
No.
No.
Uh,
No. Ivan says no with that.
it says Deep Purple, The Stooges, The Cure,
Those are all pretty solid.
Those are all
Yeah.
punk. The Cure is
Those
more
are all
Here's
pretty
more
solid.
pop though.
I
Alternate,
would-
not
Bon
alternative.
Jovi.
Back then we used to call
Bon-
that college music. Oh shit.
Bon Jovi.
Golly, Bon Jovi too.
But that, yeah,
I don't.
No, okay, no Bon Jovi.
No
How-
Bon
gr-
Jovi.
Great
Oh,
band. However,
He's a great guy. His band was good and everything. But
Leonard Skinnerd.
yeah, there.
to me, it's. I don't
No,
know.
yeah, I think yeah.
It
you
was
got-
an era thing.
yeah, and
Yeah.
also you got to think, at that time, they were a southern rock thing.
Yeah.
Did they hit that hard in the north? Probably, but not as much as they did, around the
Um,
And
south.
they only have one. To me, it's. I know they have multiple hits.
Oh, yes,
but they only
yes.
have one hit for me.
Which is Freebird,
No, Sweet Home Alabama.
Sweet Home Alabama. I mean, there's tons of them because
Yeah.
But
So,
yes,
Are you
I
from
understand
Alabama
what
or
you're saying.
so
No,
we're going to toss
there's
the
Forrest
Eagles.
Toss the Eagles.
And who we're going to replace the Eagles with?
What?
Which ones do we know? Oh, Metallica.
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 So we're going to bounce Metallica bounce the Eagles for Metallica.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Who's-
that's
who's-
it.
who's-
Oh, another one you're missing.
Who's that?
Anthrax.
No.
Your
Come on
favorite.
now.
Your
Hold on,
favorite.
wait, no, wait up. Did you really just say
Anthrax. Yes.
the top 8 rock bands of all time, and Anthrax is one of them?
Lewis, get out. Lewis, just get out right now.
That's what the list says here.
He
Oh, he's
really
looking
likes
at-
Anthrax.
He's looking at the list right
No.
now.
No, that's probably metal band or the top 4 bands of
Oh
thrash
shit!
metal.
Oh, hold on, I missed a good one. Def Leppard.
You know what? They're great, man, but I don't know if greatest. You're putting them on the caliber with Led Zeppelin and Queen. I mean, and those guys wanted to be Van Halen, so I'm gonna say no. Okay, so anyway,
And the
so,
I forgot, and the Stones aren't on the list.
because I do want to go eventually to a best recording band and then the greatest band of all time.
Right,
so,
right,
so,
right.
so let's move it. So
Hey,
we got 8. What's
We
that?
Soundgarden.
No, it's got get out of here. Anyway, let's go. So we got the 8.
Okay,
So-
we got the 8.
So I'm interested now. If you're gonna cut this down to just 4,
Yes, that's hard.
just 4.
Okay, so how many Americans and how many British?
Nah.
No, it don't matter. It don't matter.
I think just 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
4. So we got 4 and 4,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
We can do that. We can do Americans and 2 Americans, 2
Or
British.
or do we do this? Let's just do it. It takes too long. Let's do a Rushmore another episode. Keep
That's
that.
cool. Here's
Let's
where
keep
here's
that.
where we're at.
Okay.
Think on it. We got Aerosmith, Zeppelin, The Who, Queen, Metallica, Van Halen, AC/DC, Pink Floyd.
I'm gonna
I would take-
opt out for the
Go
Who
ahead.
to get out
You-
of there.
Yeah,
That
I'll
is
take the Who.
exactly what my book from school.
Right.
That was the list that I had on my
Back then,
my book. And
you know, it's like someday that list is gonna come in handy.
yeah, it's like the horrible Van Halen. attempt
Yeah,
that you made.
Yeah.
Everybody's got that. You know, the AC/DC.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So hey,
yes.
we'll do this. We'll keep that 8
Yes.
right this week. You'll post it up on Facebook or whatever. So between now and
A
then,
poll.
We even do a poll.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do a poll.
let's see. We're knocking 4 off. Let's see who's on the Rushmore and that out of those 8.
Okay.
yeah,
This
yeah.
is gonna be a good one. 'Cause
There
remember,
are so many that we're not thinking of.
because
I'm
this
telling
one,
you.
this
Cool.
one,
I'll bet you
however-
$1.
however, some bands
You're gonna wake up.
may qualify in this category. It's apples and oranges. Who is that? Is that me?
JD.
J.D. Johnson.
Of course.
We got a caller on air,
But
folks.
anyway,
J.
best
motherfucking D.
best recording band.
Okay.
The
define-
top 8 top
define-
rock
rock.
recording albums or bands, not albums, bands. Top because I'm talking about because they're going to be on the list anyway.
Man, on
People like Pink Floyd,
Boston.
they
Dude.
record like artists.
so
Boston's going to
So
be
that's
on
what I'm
there.
talking about. So I'm gonna start
Yeah,
out.
that's-
I'm gonna kick it off with Pink Floyd. Let's go this way this time.
I'm gonna borrow from Lewis. I'm gonna throw Def Leppard on there because they'd definitely be on that list.
Hysteria?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Boston.
Well,
But you know what? Damn,
Bastard.
yes.
Boston.
Boston.
Recording
Bastard.
artists, hell yes. Boston was badass, and this
You
guy,
You dropped that
It's just
needle
one
on the
dude, am I
record.
right?
yes, Brian Schultz. There wasn't just one dude. They were an actual band. but the
No,
way
he
did
straight
it,
up
Yeah.
told. No, he straight up gave a documentary. He said he played all the instruments
Well, he
on
may
one
have.
track.
Dude, Brian Schultz was a phenom.
Yeah.
And he had a studio in his basement that was good enough to work for record labels.
Steppenwolf.
He did that. He did that stuff. No, get the hell out of here.
Billy.
Uh,
No, Billy. Billy.
Huh?
Billy Bone said Steppenwolf.
what about the Beatles?
Oh.
Okay, yeah, I
The
can work
Beatles.
with the Beatles. Are good.
Bam,
We all saw the documentary.
Gosh,
Beatles are love or
They-
hate.
man.
Yes.
It's like one of those
But
things.
as far
Beatle
as
fans or Beatle
recording-
But
fans.
a recording artist, you love them.
Oh,
But if
that
you
was
have
the
a
coolest
recording artist,
doc
yeah.
I've ever seen.
yes,
we're talking
That
about
one where they're
bands?
actually recording the whole
Yeah,
album.
you're doing bands.
That was cool.
Or you're just doing
bands.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
rock bands.
So I was gonna say Elvis is out.
No, yo, rock. Let's break it down. Rock band recording artists.
How are the Eagles not on that list?
Because they're not rock, but they are great. They're more pop, but would they be rock?
Yeah.
You know, I guess so. Life in the fast lane. So okay. So here, so far,
If you play air guitar to it,
you know what I hear
Rock.
you.
But out of the Eagles, what's his name? Did a really good job.
Don Henley.
Don,
Joe Walsh.
Joe Walsh.
Oh
Yeah, of course.
Okay. What
So-
about Black Sabbath?
Black Sabbath.
Man,
recording.
probably.
Record.
Black
Probably-
Sabbath's first album was $400.
Wow.
Look it up.
Massive.
Bruce Springsteen. Well, no.
To
no.
make or
$400 is what their
So-
budget, and that's what a
Oh,
lot of what
but
you're
the-
hearing on that.
The
first
E
album.
Street
So,
Band.
Dog
so,
one take,
so,
right?
we're, so we're all over the place.
I don't know
said
what can you get for $400 in England? I guess.
we're all over the place. So I started off with Pink Floyd,
Okay.
and with Sammy we went to what?
Def Leppard.
Def
Okay.
Leppard,
Boston.
Boston.
Okay. That's 3. I got it. We're
Wait.
doing 8.
You have
Hey,
to pick
hey.
something this
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Journey.
Wait, don't let's go in order. Gabe.
Ooh, that's a hard one. The only
camera
thing I
on
think
you?
about is now is
Is that
Metallica.
on you?
No. The only thing I think about is now Metallica for just
Oh,
recording.
hey,
right?
why not? Why
Re-
not put them on there?
recording.
Because yes,
Recording.
they
because they've
were
been
great
since the
recording on.
80s.
Because here's the deal, I say that because guys like myself and Sam, they did come to Wake Up. Before that, we had no idea about. There was no kind of YouTube, of course. There was
Right.
nothing. So besides the word of mouth and rock magazines, when we had got shared cassette tapes, and when we heard that, for two kids that loved rock and just wanted to hear what badasses were, that was just really literally music to our ears. It's like, wow, these guys are fucking phenomenal.
Right.
So that's why I said yes. Those guys can be both on live and recording.
Okay, if we're
for
gonna
sure.
do that too, then ACDC would have to be it because they've been going on
Yes.
for.
Also,
so that's five.
ACDC is one of them.
Also-
So that's 5 right
No,
now.
Also-
that's like 7.
Cream.
I don't
Cream
know. Lewis
reco-
has been,
wait,
you know,
where you
trying
at?
to push Cream for a long time.
where you at, Lewis? Because Kareem should have been there with the live as well. But but not really because
It's
they,
not
were-
really.
they were
it's-
badass. But
It's more adult
The
contemporary.
yeah,
Who?
yeah.
the
So-
Who.
somebody said the Who should be on this list. Van Halen.
They were a real rock band. There was a cruise just recently with all these old bands like that,
Right.
and Roger
Ooh.
Daltrey was one of them. And they had Tibbs, you know, he plays drums for Hourglass, whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He recorded the whole version of that song for the theme song for
Which one? Don't get
duck,
bold
duck,
again.
duck, that one. And it was, hey, it was like
That was a good song.
13 minutes, dude, on the cruise ship. And everybody's out on the mezzanine, and they're all over the place just blanketing the ship, man. And it was killer.
Say hello to the new bomb.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Uh,
I love it.
It was killer, but it was like
Creedence.
13 minutes long. And I,
Right,
I
yeah,
watched
yeah.
like 12. I couldn't stand
I mean,
it.
love it or hate them. Credence Clearwater Revival, I think deserves to be on that list.
You know what? They are great. But I'm thinking rock though. I mean, that's
But-
probably going to be like
Van Halen.
classic rock, or we're just talking like rock
That's-
album.
It kind of folds.
Van
a
Halen.
little folds
Yeah.
a little
You know
bit.
what?
Brandon's.
I'm going to say that to you, and I'm going to argue for them because I was a big fan.
So it's 6.
You can literally see with your ears the shape of Van Halen, how it started off raw, that brown sound, how it started going upper in the like the higher register with the which one, like Fair Warning and Women and Children First, because he started using keys and stuff like that.
Main Street.
And then when he went into
You got them monster
1984, he totally changed. That was not the same Van Halen. That was in Van Halen 1.
Right.
That was they
You
were
saw the
just,
evolution of it.
yes, they were recording artists. And same thing again.
So we're at.
There were guys like myself. There were guys like myself. Like the only way I knew about them is through radio, through hearing what they were doing. You know, because we didn't have MTV out there in the country.
Well, if you hear
You know
what
what I'm saying?
actually what's recorded, and then actually what ends up on the album,
Right.
all the outtakes and stuff,
Yes, yes.
there's an art to the production of stuff.
Yes,
and
brother.
a lot of stuff happens in post. you know?
Yes, true that.
Okay,
true
a
that.
lot of stuff.
Oh yeah,
If
true
we're
that.
talking about that, then Red Hot Chili Peppers should be on there.
Recording?
Yeah, recording.
Yeah, they started in the 80s.
That's true.
They
but
have
you-
a great.
so-
They have a great
But
producer.
you're putting them next to Van Halen and Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd because Led Zeppelin should be in there and AC/DC.
Okay.
I
And
don't
hey,
know.
they've been around what 30 years.
I'd,
Or
ar-
90s,
I-
early
I'd,
90s.
I'd
But
argue
they're-
for those guys. When I was looking at that stuff, like, you know, what are people influenced by, like, now?
Right.
You know, young people. Dude, the Chili Peppers is one of those bands that keeps coming up over and over and over, and you go, but, you know, I mean, I know we dig them. I had no idea that they have that much or that big of a fan base with young people still.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
Like, I mean, you know, they can
The
go on
Will
there.
Ferrell drum off
Oh yeah,
with
yeah.
Chad Smith. That probably introduced so many people because that was one of the big viral videos for that year.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think it was on David Letterman or one of the other guys. Jimmy
probably.
Kimmel, I think.
Jimmy
And,
Kimmel.
and you could also argue for them. Those guys have on every album they have hits. Every album it never
Oh,
it
yeah.
never fails.
Yeah.
They're always they
So we
you
need one more.
when a new Chili Peppers album comes out, you already know because
You-
it's
you gotta
already on the
listen to-
radio.
you gotta listen to it.
Yeah.
And they're you know, man, the way they approach recording, they're not just going in there and like mic and stuff and putting their logo on it and putting it out. Dude, they those guys really create, you know,
Yes.
a collection of tunes.
So are they going to be in the number 8,
No,
Gabriel?
no, they're number 7.
Okay, so we're going to keep it right now. We have
One
have
more.
options to change them in a little bit, and then we're going to put it on the
I
poll.
got two more bands.
Okay.
All right.
One of them I know has a really talented drummer, and he's done so much stuff off and on with this band, Genesis.
It's sad where that went. He should have quit. He should have quit a couple of gigs before he did.
Yeah, I hear you.
I mean, I love that dude, you know, but I
Phil
didn't
Collins?
see it like that.
Man, I really, man, here's the deal. Genesis to me, that was what my brother would listen to. That was weird, his weird kind of music. He
It-
like,
It was a little too uppity.
yeah, my brother
Sting.
liked he liked the early '80s prog rock,
Like
which was
Supertramp.
well, yeah,
You
he did
fool.
like Supertramp. So did
Yeah,
I.
I did too.
But he liked you
We
know
got one.
Rush. He liked Queen. He liked stuff. You know
we got one. We got number 8 right here. Maybe
what's that?
Guns N' Roses.
Shit. But recording artists.
Yeah,
Do we,
record.
think about that because like I said earlier,
Slash.
Appetite for Destruction was
Their big hit.
their Led Zeppelin.
What was
4.
their other one? What was the Blue November? Or...
No. Appetite for Destruction is the album.
No. What was the next
You
album after that?
talking about Use Your Illusion
Use
1
Your
and
Illusion.
2.
Yeah, that's what I was talking
1 and 2. Yes, that's right. Because they did have a blue one.
about.
There were some hits because November Rain was in there, like
Yeah,
you said.
that's what I was thinking about.
You know,
November Rain.
and after that, no, Chris, that was before that was the Lies album with the Patience and all that stuff. Remember that? That was after Appetite for Destruction.
What about
That's the only
Foreigner?
album for me. I could.
So
care
that's what I'm
less
saying.
of- I
I'm
could care
saying.
less of that
So,
other stuff.
so man,
Yeah,
recording artists, I'm going to say no because
There's only one.
well, yes, that was it. The other ones, man, I guess kind of, but man, you don't think you're going to put that up with Led Zeppelin? Is Led Zeppelin in there in the list?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So anyway, what are you saying, Lewis?
Black Crows.
This one just popped
Oh
up. I don't know.
man.
This
Wait,
one.
okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. Go ahead, Lewis.
This one just popped up. Foreigner. I've never listened to them before. I don't know anything.
Okay,
They had a lot of hits, but no.
Influential, yes.
Yes.
They were one of my favorite vocalists.
Yes.
But I don't know that everybody felt
Okay,
the
we
same
got
way
two
as I
right
did.
here.
Oh
We got
shit,
two.
the Scorpions.
Check this out.
We got
Like-
two comments.
Yeah,
Right now.
yeah.
We
What's
got Rush and Fleetwood Mac.
Damn. You know what? It may be Rush.
Rush
Think about
over
that.
Fleetwood
Rush,
Mac,
yes.
sure.
So we got number 8 right now. Rush.
Oh,
It would
okay.
be Rush.
Check this out. So one thing, like all these cats that we've talked
And
about,
Stones also. I don't know. Go ahead.
they've all like had a string of great albums, right?
Right.
Guns N' Roses did it once. You know, Use Your Illusion was kind of like the fallout from Appetite.
It
right?
was.
You know,
And then they waited almost like 25 years. for...
but like if you're talking like Pink Floyd and Rush, you know, Van Halen, Def Leppard, man, those bands did it like over and over and over.
Who's at the top of Rushmore? Is it Washington, right? That's where fucking Pink Floyd's going to be. I'm telling you.
The first one-
Recording artists,
the first one's
those
Washington.
guys painted pictures. Man, I just remember as a kid
There's
listening to Led
nothing like it.
You know what I'm saying, brother? Golly. Just a
On the album.
man,
The
yes.
album, dude,
Yes.
vinyl.
They painted a picture for you, brother. You know what? So did Queen too, but not like Pink Floyd. But anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt. But you were saying, Sammy?
I don't remember.
All right, but anyway. So okay, so I tell you what. So we've got 9 now. Hey,
We
Well, we got 9. We're going to
Okay,
put Rush on there?
let's hear what Lewis says, and then we might have to.
did y'all ever thought about Heart, the band?
Okay. Anyway, so we got 8 of them. Put those. Get those down, Sammy.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
think
we're gonna
I
put
think
it.
we got like 9 on there.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna use that. We'll put a poll out and see. We'll break it down.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Now
this
we-
is the biggest one. This is
These artists-
the rock band, the metal metals of all. When I say metal, not metal, metal, the baddest dudes in rock. And and when I say rock, I don't really mean pop I mean like a rock band, not nothing metal. I'm talking about just a rock band.
You remember-
like Black Crows or Stones? But anyway, go ahead, brother.
Remember Fight?
Rob Halford's band.
Rob Halford's
I saw,
band.
Yes.
I saw those.
There was a video of him and Sebastian Bach trading licks when Sebastian was probably 29 or 30.
Oh, right,
He
right,
was
right.
real
right.
young at the time. Killing it.
I
I
believe
didn't
you.
realize how good Rob Halford was.
Oh yeah, he sang
Oh, yes.
opera. He sang opera a long time ago.
Oh,
But
yeah.
he, you know how the range that Sebastian has, he was
Keep it up.
just throwing it. I'm just slapping it around like nothing. So the influence was probably the other way.
So,
the
so
other
are you
way.
thinking Judas Priest? Is that what you're thinking too, or what?
They're a damn good rock band. That's a
Fuck
heavy
yeah.
metal band.
I like
It's
where you're
still
going with that.
palatable.
Yes,
It's
yes.
palatable. People like it.
And
got the edge.
they are a legitimate super group because
somebody
those guys
said-
headline.
that
Those
we-
guys are a super group.
Billy said Ted Nugent.
Man, no, we're just thinking bands. That's artists. That's
No,
artists.
no. He said Ted Nugent and the band. Whatever.
Well,
it is.
no, no,
Band
no,
Boy
no,
Dukes.
no, we're
Yeah,
thinking,
Band Boy
yeah,
Dukes.
no,
Band
we're
Boy
thinking
Dukes,
band. We're not because it's just like saying something and the something. No, we're just
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about bands. So we've got those. We got the recording artists. We got the recording artists. We got the live bands. But the baddest one is this one right here. This is the best, the GOAT, the Fedor Emelianenko, the John Jones of rock. So I'm gonna throw Led Zeppelin in there for sure because those
Actually,
guys. When I
that's one
think
of
of
them
when
right
I
now.
think of rock, when I think of the
There-
baddest guys in rock, Led Zeppelin always comes to mind as the GOATs.
Okay, we got 3 right now. We got Led Zeppelin, Van Halen, and the Eagles.
Okay, those are the we're talking on us
No,
right
no,
now.
no,
Yeah.
no. What the comments were.
Okay, yeah, okay. We're talking about us though. I'm gonna say Led Zeppelin because they're just the baddest rock band to me.
That's one.
I think of rock. I think of many of them. I think of AC/DC, whatever. But when I think of the baddest of the bad, I think of Led Zeppelin. Sammy,
Hey,
Man, I was. That's mine. Yeah,
just something.
yeah. I think those cats. That's just. You know.
So they took Washington's spot. They're number 1 right now in your book.
Yes.
Okay.
Because, I mean, like we're talking about the evolutions of bands. As a kid, I didn't know that. I was just buying randomly. Whenever I could buy an album or I had them. I just Led Zeppelin. So I'd buy whatever I could. And then once I started really studying Led Zeppelin, it's like, wow. It blew me away how these guys in very short time could come something from sing communication breakdown to a masterpiece like Led Zeppelin 4. And you saw those like, gosh. And then, of course, the way they were portrayed in the song remains the same. Badass.
Okay. Well, we got that. Then
So
how about-
anyway,
how about Sandy's favorite, Metallica?
If I was gonna say if I now you pick Zeppelin, that's mine too.
yes.
But if just to mix it up, I'd throw the Stones on there.
Yes, also.
Okay, so
you know.
Stones number 2.
You have to.
Sure.
Okay, Stones number
At
2.
least let him explain why a little bit. Get what's coming quick. We're not that
No, I'm just counting. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
counting,
okay.
so I can keep count.
But anyway, so tell me why the Stones? I know why I would say, but why would you say the Stones?
I think, and I've never seen them, but I think they're the ultimate band because they take the whole live thing to another level,
They really do.
and they do it very minimally. There's no gadgets.
what their gadget is it's loud as F.
Yeah.
It's so friggin' loud.
And the way they were, I think they were one of the first or the first to really combine country, rock, and blues. They
Right.
had some country in there. I mean, they were really influenced by the United States, by America. So that were huge influences. These guys, like of course everybody knows like Little Richard and guys like that. They were Little Richard and guys. They were enamored by those guys. They were those guys rock stars. So for sure. But anyway,
Okay.
John,
Where
the baddest dudes.
The baddest.
The
of
baddest.
the
We're
bad.
talking about get the top 8. The baddest.
The baddest.
The
of the bad.
baddest. Yeah, baddest rock band. Top 8. AC/DC. They got to be in there.
Okay, we're kind of.
so we're
I don't
cutting them
know.
down to
Top 8, yeah,
This
just
Top
the,
eight,
yes.
the
Not,
baddest
yeah,
of the
not
bad.
not just recording
I
and not
would
just live. I mean, just the baddest.
I mean,
Because we're gonna do the
I was-
Rushmore later
I was
on.
thinking Queen, AC/DC.
Man, same ones
Yeah,
again.
Yeah, same.
So
one.
are we gonna do that again?
Yeah, so
Is it gonna be Queen? Is it gonna be AC/DC? Same guys again?
okay, and that's 4. Queen and AC/DC.
And Led Zeppelin
Yeah,
and
Led Zeppelin
and Stones.
and Stones.
We got Judas Priest on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the baddest of all time. They might could. We'll talk about it. We'll
Okay.
talk about it because we're talking about the baddest.
Oh wait. We had
Someone
Metallica,
said Deep
didn't we?
Purple.
Yeah, someone said Deep
You know
Purple.
what, man? Not a bad
just
argument,
never
dude.
got-
No, dude,
Never
because
got
those
too
guys
much.
have influenced a lot of
Yeah,
people.
they have.
Oh,
They
wow.
No,
have.
but I can think of another band that's existed way before Led Zeppelin. They were called the Yardbirds,
Oh yes.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
I-
with Jimmy Page.
and Eric Clapton and Jeff Beck.
Yeah. But yeah, exactly.
So we're at number 5.
Yes. So I don't know where we're at. Oh, Metallica's in there for sure.
Yeah. So
We said Led Zeppelin. We said the Stones. We
On-
said AC/DC.
On,
Number
on that one, I'd throw Cream in there too, man.
Cream.
They
Rock bands?
They influenced a lot of people.
Eric and the
Cream
Dominoes.
A lot.
and Judas. That's 6.
Oh, Judas Priest.
Yeah, Cream and Judas. So
What about the Scorpions?
no, they were big, but they were like really big in Germany.
Yeah.
Who'd you say? Cream and who?
Cream and Judas Priest.
Judas Priest.
We got one more.
Did we get Van Halen in there again? Well, no. You know what?
No.
You know what? They were awesome.
Sammy West.
I don't know.
That's
Here's
six
you know
right
what?
now.
Check this out. Let me say this. Reason why I would put Van Halen on top rock bands of all time, one of the top rock bands, top 8, because they were able to play hard rock and put that shit in commercial radio, made happy hard rock to where that's party music. All these other guys that played hard rock was like, what the hell is this? These guys are playing in major chords, not minor chords. It's not all blues. It's not all blues scale. It's actually a guy that's playing crazy with the guitar all like this, but party songs. And they were kicking ass, and even on the top, even on the music charts. That's why those guys got to be in there.
So, if you include Van Halen, does Sammy get?
No, that's the
Yeah,
band.
yeah.
He'd be in the band. He would be with the Van Halen. But as far as we're talking bands. He's an artist.
We'll do an artist
Well,
later.
I'm talking about the Van Halen
With Sammy.
of Sammy.
Oh, the whole thing?
Yeah,
Probably so, because he wrote it. They had a lot of hits.
because I think they got more radio play. From
Probably
that.
so. Probably so.
Yeah, I think they did get
The
more ready for
reason
would
why
say
reason
so.
why I argued for him on that part is because they weren't on the radio as much in the early '80s, but they were able to break through to a commercial radio, a rock
Right,
band
right,
to do
right.
that. That was huge. A rock band to break through in a commercial radio. I mean, that's why I say that. But yes,
Was
Sammy
it, was
Hagar
it Ice
also.
Cream Man? Which one was it that slipped in?
Let me think. I can't think what it was. They were just able to be played on radio.
Yeah, for me it was Jump. That's the first time I heard him on the
Oh,
radio.
yes.
On the radio that I was allowed to.
Yes.
Oh, I
Well,
got-
ain't
You know what I
talking.
mean?
No, I remember. No, also ain't talking about love. I remember hearing that one too. Ain't talking about love. I'm not sure if I don't know if I remember hearing that back then as a kid, but I do remember hearing as a kid it was ain't talking about love. You know, so and this is early '80s. I'm talking. This is like when I lived out there, in the ranch.
Yeah,
It
that,
was
that-
a long
that
time
was,
ago.
That was floating
hey,
around.
you know what's
Yeah.
screwed up is y'all were probably into rock, and I was listening to country
Really? Wow.
because
Yeah.
I grew up in little bars. With my,
Oh,
with
I
my
got.
mom.
That makes
Right.
sense. That makes
all
sense.
the gold.
Oh yes, the Gatlin Brothers.
all that
Well,
shit.
one day we'll do a country one because I got a bunch of stuff on that one. But
My, my brother moved out, left 5 albums, and the rest is history.
oh yeah, that's what
Right,
it
I,
takes.
right.
I dropped country like a hot wire.
Oh really? I hear you. I hear you. That's what it takes. I mean,
Yeah.
I did that to my sister's album.
What is
so
this?
have we got 8 of them?
I've got 7. Give me one more.
Okay, so that's 7. Rock bands. So you know what? Are the Eagles gonna creep back in there again? Or the Beatles? Do we even say Beatles?
No,
We
we
didn't
didn't
say
say the
the
Beatles.
There is
but
something. we're
I would
gonna
say-
just
I would
shoot
say- I would
ourselves.
say-
We don't-
I would
not
say
think about it.
Beatles, and I would say Eagles over Judas Priest. That's just me.
I'll say Judas Priest over Eagles.
got it.
Judas Priest over Eagles. You know, we're talking rock, so maybe so. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say Judas.
Because they influenced a lot of dudes. So we'll do that. We'll keep that.
We'll do 9.
All right, we'll do 9. That's gonna be. We'll
Okay,
put that on the
okay,
poll.
Okay.
And we'll find out. We'll find out next time what it was.
Oh, we're gonna do artists now.
No, we're still got to break
Oh,
down to
break-
Rushmore
Okay.
next one. And I don't even know if we'll even do that next episode. I might need a couple of episodes to think about it. I don't know. We'll talk about. We'll see. We'll
Post
figure it
some,
out.
Comment on Facebook what y'all think.
Yes,
who we left off.
I agree because I know there's tons of them because we're just
Nirvana.
there's a lot of arguments for
Yes.
there's a lot of
There is.
arguments.
The
for that.
cars. They answer the cars.
So the Nirvana thing, man, I really see that as far as bands who were influential
They were
From-
in.
the 21st century.
Yes,
forward,
They were
yes.
right?
Nirvana's song was actually in the new Batman movie.
Oh really? You
Yeah,
know,
it was
but
one-
they were another band that shouldn't have been on radio. That was on radio. That's what made those guys huge. I remember hearing
Yeah.
those guys on 97 FM.
Yes.
And I was like, what the hell? And it was that same song, Smells Like Teen Spirit.
And
Go ahead.
well, I was gonna say, and it got parodied by Weird Al. They actually gave him another boost.
Well, I guess so. Yeah, I guess it helped, but they were just badass already. They were just
Yeah, they were.
Oh
what,
wow.
what is it?
Queen is above Beatles on most
Keep going.
Keep going.
You get the camera on him.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Talking in the mic.
so
I don't know about Alice Chains.
Yeah.
No, it says right there. Billy says Alice in Chains.
you have to roll for a while. All right,
'Cause that's
so
what's all good.
they have Stones number
Okay,
1.
Okay.
Floyd is 2. Chili Peppers 3.
Damn, them damn chili peppers are still in there.
Queen 4. Beatles 5th.
Wow.
AC/DC 6th. Aerosmith 7th. Fleetwood Mac 8th.
I kept seeing that too.
Yeah. You've been on the comments.
Lincoln Park.
I think you must have used Yahoo instead of Google, didn't you?
Yahoo! Nirvana 10.
That was a Bing post. I can tell.
The Who 11.
But you know what?
Black Sabbath is 12.
Okay, yeah, Black Sabbath.
That's all good, right? Like those on
Pearl
Facebook or
Jam.
YouTube or whatever. Man, send that stuff in. You know,
Sure, yeah.
I mean,
I do want to know. Yes.
we're it's interesting to see.
What our polls are.
16
different
is
to others.
Blink 182.
Oh
Oh,
hell.
hell.
That's definitely a Yahoo post.
Yeah, that is. That's Yahoo post.
ZZ Top.
Okay.
That's
okay.
That's an AOL one.
Oh, you forgot.
That's AOL 95.
No, it's Juno.
Judah, that
Juno.
dang.
Oh.
Beach Boys.
Okay,
But yeah,
I can see Beach Boys.
Have them
That
send,
would be the recording.
have
guys.
them
Yeah,
send
yeah.
that. Have them send that
Crew.
stuff
Yes.
in, right? Because here's what's crazy. I always talk about the age gap
Hey,
Okay.
between us and people who are
20.
younger. Like, what do they listen to?
Right,
But
right.
here's what's interesting:
20
is guys that are our age, what they're into.
Right, right.
You know what I
right,
mean?
right.
That's always kind of there you go.
You know what we
Well,
should
That's
you know,
always cool too.
what we should have done, I just thought about it. We should have broken it down to
Decade?
60s, yeah, decades. And then eventually break it down to where the kings of all of those
The number one decade.
who would really but
Now,
it'd
now.
still be hard. I still don't know,
Because
man.
No.
if you go decades, if it's going to be Metallica, because Metallica went from the 80s and 90s and
They
2000s.
kick the ass every decade. Go
So
ahead,
that's
John.
going to be kind of hard, too.
what female deserves to be?
I don't know. That's gonna be a different poll because there's a bunch. Because like Hart, this might get like the one that Lewis wanted to get
Well, I
in there.
mean, there's goats of all.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Janice is in there. I mean, there's a bunch of
So
them.
so that would be a whole nother.
Yeah, that's a whole
night.
Yeah.
other one. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a whole.
Female
You see how hard it
bands?
was? We only had just three.
Hey,
Yeah, is
Three
it
of-
bands or is it going to be
We only had
artists?
three categories. See how far it went?
there
Well,
should be.
well,
there
we-
should-
We should do artists because if we do artists, there's only going to be two. And that's going to just be the whole Mount Rushmore. Those
When
two.
we
No,
do the,
no, that'll be a different one. Trust me.
No, no,
when we do the female, we'll bring some friends in here, right?
Yeah.
yeah, like Far From Reach
Yeah.
or
I agree,
or
yes.
some.
The reason I say artists because there's going to
Guys
be
like
two.
that.
There's going to be Prince and there's going to be Michael
No,
Jackson.
no, there's a bunch of artists. Bob Seger's an
but I'm
artist.
saying,
Bruce
like, they're gonna-
Springsteen's an artist.
They're going to
There's-
be the top.
And we forgot.
No, I don't know,
maybe.
brother. Because Bob
Maybe.
Dylan. I mean, come on, brother.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
there's
that's
bunches
true.
of
Hey
them.
man, I'll tell you this. Like, for real, what people listen to, our age and what people listen to now, like I said, by the time we were teenagers, we'd been hit with at least 10 years of 70s Southern classic rock.
Right.
You're not going to get very far from that. As far as like being influenced by stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you grew up, your brothers and stuff were, it was 70s.
Oh, yes,
right?
yes.
So by the time we were picking up instruments, we'd been listening to music for 15 years, right?
Yeah.
And so what do you try to replicate when you pick up an instrument? The stuff you've grown up listening to. That's what you want to play. Kids nowadays, 15-year-old's been, on the planet since 2008. And so he's listened to music from 2008 until right now. Is that right?
Give or take ish,
15?
yeah.
I'm terrible at math, but you get what I'm saying. So they're not going to get too far away from
With their comfort zone.
21 Pilot, Chili Peppers, who are, you know what I mean? That's all welcome. Send that stuff in.
So you know what happened is the younger kids are actually they're you know how when they put the PG-13
Right,
rating
right.
stuff on music, they're not PG rating, these girls and guys off of the radio right now. They're PG rating rap. So rap has sunk into them. So if you talk about greatest of all times with a 13 or 14-year-old, that list is going to be just
Oh,
huge.
what? Yes, way different.
gonna be
yeah.
going,
If you had
who?
rap,
Yes.
you're going to go to the 90s, you have, Dre, you have Tupac.
Yeah, that's a whole other subject.
Yeah, that's a whole nother
but
subject,
this,
too.
this is rock.
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
yeah.
Rock, too.
I mean,
But-
let's think.
With the 90s, you're going to have Nirvana. You're
But
gonna
that
have
is their
grunge
rock.
music. Yeah. You're going to have grunge.
Well,
music.
that's what we talked about last time. that is the rock.
Yeah,
you
you
know,
have
right now.
grunge, which I never, I grew up in the 90s, but it was never really I guess I wasn't like
And
angsty teen.
Your parents don't want you to listen to it.
Yeah, that's
So-
And that was the draw, you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
I've had a ton of students come in, and like the Chili Peppers and Nirvana, I've had a ton of them where that's what they want to learn.
Yeah,
So they're listening to it somewhere,
yeah, for
right?
sure.
And I know for sure they weren't around during grunge.
For sure.
So that stuff, it's like I always say, it's like you're listening to
the
music.
90s is
Well,
like. Go ahead.
Most kids that are coming in there and taking lessons from you has someone in their family that's maybe a musician or hung out with bands or,
or just grew up
had,
with
Oh, their
had-
parents were
had an idea
in
what
the
music
90s.
was and in the house,
So I have some of those, but even thinking about the kids that come in and their parents don't play anything,
Oh, right,
the.
right.
Right.
and their parents aren't really. I mean, they listen to music, but they're not into music.
Gotcha.
And the kid is like, man, he's wanting to learn Chili Peppers and
It was a learn.
And all we like is
Nirvana.
Jason Aldean, and he
Yeah.
wants to play the damn Chili Peppers.
I've only had one of those, but Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
I mean, to this day, it's like they all, they want to. You know who,
Uh,
dude?
It's fun to play. It's fun to play.
Yeah.
That's why.
And let me throw this out there.
Sweetney.
This doesn't have
Yeah.
to be on the list, but just gauging from all the stuff that they've brought in, the White Stripes is probably
Yes.
more influential than all the people that we named
Probably.
and I can't
to young
name-
kids.
It's,
I cannot
it-
name one song.
It's that Seven Nation Army.
yeah, Seven Nation Army, and
Okay.
it's always played in a arena.
I think I hear that probably every day of my life. At
Wow.
one point, somebody's playing it, either out there waiting to come in for a lesson, or they come in playing it. I don't even have to teach it to them anymore. They
How
learn
come
it.
you
So
don't
that
play
or-
this song in your bands?
Seven Nation Army?
Yeah.
I'm bringing some lyrics. We'll do
Okay.
it.
Let's do it. I'm going home right now.
Yeah.
So next
that-
time we're gonna wind up. We'll break it down to the top 4. We'll do the Rushmore of the rock bands. That should be a fun one. And then we got so many other topics, but I wanted to bring that one up for sure. Lewis, you got anything going on right now, brother?
Dude, this just happened.
Uh-oh.
Leonard
Uh-oh.
Skinner guitarist Gary Rossington dies.
He's
days,
been
yeah.
dead.
He's
Last-
been dead.
Couple days.
Yeah, he
Last
died
week.
a couple days ago.
It just popped up on my feed.
Yes.
He's on that-
Refresh or do bump.
You're
Go
on that
bump.
AOL.
Yeah, that bump it'll make
You
the
hear
new
that,
stuff come to the
Washington
top.
was the last one, dude.
He was it. That was it.
What was the drummer's
That was
name?
the last one.
Artemis Palm.
Oh, I guess he's dead then.
Yeah.
No, he's He's still around.
Yeah, he's
No,
still
they-
around.
They said
But
the
he wa-
final.
But he wasn't an original member.
Oh, the
Oh, he
original
was?
lineup.
That's
The
the
original
OG.
lineup.
The OG
Yeah,
lineup.
that's
he
right.
was the one.
He was the last
supposedly,
original.
he was the one that got him help in the airplane accident. I think the falling out was at one time he was alleged to being like a molester, something like that, and they had a falling out. Later on, I think they wound up making up because they found out there was false allegations. But that was why Rosington and Powell weren't really digging each other like that. But anyway, but supposedly, well, he was the guy that went to get help and got shot.
Yeah, he got shot.
Got shot by getting help, man. But yeah, R.I.P. man. That definitely was, as a kid, one of my favorite rock bands, dude. I used to love listening to Leonard Skinner, and here's how I became a Leonard Skinner fan. I was a big wrestling fan. My favorite wrestlers were the Freebirds. Okay, so I was into rock. I was into music. So I went to my cousin Ricky's house, and I got me a pack of cassettes, and I would record all his albums. He had a bunch of albums. He would let me record all his stuff, and I'd label them. And I saw one with that Southern Flag Leonard Skinner. So it's like, well, let me try it out. And 'cause I didn't know, I had no idea who they were. I guess the first song I put it on was Freebirds. Like, shit, that's the song that Michael Hayes, the Freebirds, come out to.
Yeah.
And then, man,
And that's
huge fan after that.
if
You
you-
immediately got in your thoughts about us and put the
Man,
cape on.
you ain't
Let's
kidding.
get it on. Yeah.
Man, but yes.
And every drunk
Tights.
person sees a band or
They're
sees
not-
somebody on stage, play Freebird.
But anyway, that's how epic that song is. And that's how epic that band. You know what? And I'll say this. There's a lot of people go, man, I was a Leonard Skinner fan for a long time. What those guys just started getting popular again. They had a resurgence maybe 20 years ago.
And that was
Before
good.
that, they really weren't. But I
And
was.
I think
I was rocking. You can ask Sammy. I was rocking those guys
OG.
all through the
I
80s
think
and
they got
90s, dude.
resurgent through Forrest
Say
Gump.
what I saw the old Leonard Skinner,
Yeah,
this
still
most
cool band.
recent
Yes.
Leonard Skinner a few years back with Willie Nelson's son, Lucas Nelson, and the Real.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a fucking live band and a half.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Okay.
They kicked the shit out of Leonard Skinner.
Right.
It was just amazing.
Right. But hell yeah, though. Kick ass.
I don't know if you can see what. I don't know if
you.
you get the same vibe from the album because I've not listened to the album.
Right.
know,
Right.
Right,
but
right.
The show. The album probably doesn't turn you on, but that show, man.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Do you think they should have kept Leonard Skinner going?
No.
Or you think that when they stopped after the plane crash, do you think that should have been it?
There was only one way to do it, and that was with a guy by the same name.
So seeing what they did after, you still-
Rosington was the only tied to Leonard Skinner. Besides the brother.
Well, the Van Zandt.
Yeah.
name.
That's what I was gonna ask. The brother was in the band too, right?
Oh,
Hat.
yeah, the bass player and keyboard player
Well,
of the band
the
too.
lead singer was his brother. cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the only way that it could have kept going.
Yeah.
Period.
Yep.
Do you think it was good that they did?
I mean, what have they given us since then?
Nothing.
You know what?
That's the argument right there, right?
You know
It's
what
like-
I dug? And here's what they did give me.
A
The
bone.
band Van Zant. They did those country tunes a while back. That was pretty kick ass.
That was cool.
That was
Yeah,
good. I like
I
that,
guess I
dude.
didn't catch that.
What do you got, brother? Mr. Lewis,
Lewis,
what do you got?
what you got?
He's playing his new guitar in there.
He is.
No,
He said Chuck Berry just died.
What?
He said Elvis just died.
What?
Anything, Lewis?
Nothing. I can't find anything.
You got to be kidding me.
Well, hey, what about this? Is completely
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
left field. Does anybody have any money in Silicon Valley Bank?
Not anymore.
Well, I did.
Yeah.
I
No.
did, but I had like 5 million. But
Yeah,
you know, I'm
those
broke
guys
now.
are
You
getting
lost it,
exposed.
right?
I lost it now.
Those
you know.
guys are getting exposed hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard.
One person
Yeah.
decides, oh yeah, you're going a little out. Let's take all our money out the bank at the same time. So yeah,
That's where I'm headed first thing tomorrow.
take all your money out the
Yeah,
bank.
dude.
Yeah.
That was, to be honest, all that stuff was over my head. And I mean, at the very beginning, anyway. It's like, man, I'm one of those guys. let's say there's a new invention that's badass and everybody gets.
The
I get it.
Frisbee.
I get it a couple years later to see all the glitches.
Yes,
So
all the
same-
glitches are out.
Yes,
everything
the
out.
same thing with me with all this stuff, that Bitcoin and all that. It's like, let's see how it rocks. And I never saw anything
Well-
to where it's like, oh, this is the best thing for me. It's like in the future it's gonna be. Now I'm talking about right now. What are you getting right now? I really didn't hear too much about that, so I never rocked with that at all.
Well, there was one investor that had Bitcoin that he lost. Well, he invested and lost maybe, I don't know, 500 million.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and all his investors and everybody, he went from being a millionaire to only having a couple $1,000s. in his bank
Wow.
account.
Well, you know what? That's
He's the CEO, and
Easy come, easy go.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Well, Sammy, you got anything coming up, Sammy? Any
I do
shows
not.
coming up,
Oh
bro?
yeah, I'm playing Friday with our cousin Blue Houdini.
Blue Houdini.
Yes, sir.
What are we? This 31st.
We're playing. Actually, we're playing the 30th, 31st. I have to do it. I have to
31st.
do it next week. But we'll be at Mayberry's Tavern. You know, I have a
whoa. You almost spelled it.
I have a real quick question, folks. And this is for the folks that are out there listening to. I put a post out there last night because, man, the whole COVID thing, we pretty much just quit playing. It wasn't just my band. It wasn't just Los Roaches. It was everybody. We quit playing. Me being older, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna chill out and I'm just gonna play outside shows. Now I'm ready to play whatever. I can accept what it is. But so I put out there, it's like, well, where are the places now that are booking? And that's the question. Where are the places that are booking? And if they are they making it worth my while to leave my house, or is it going to be just for guys that just want to play music and go out there and drink beers and just make a couple of bucks? Because that really isn't my style. So besides the backyard, shout out to the backyard. I always bringing top-notch music to Waco. They've got their spot on the map in Texas music, for sure, as far as venues. Okay, shout out to those guys. Shout out to Mayberry's Tavern, and even Twisted Sisters. They're doing what they can do. But where else is booking bands out here? I mean, I really don't know. Do you guys know who's booking bands? Full bands.
I ventured out to West and was at Miners, and they've got a pretty good sized little room over there. If you can get your own crowd in there.
Oh, Miners.
There
Okay,
is a built-in crowd because it's West.
got you.
Whether they can stomach the Roaches in there, room's big enough though.
Got you.
We can turn it in. We can turn that sucker out.
I got some news.
What's up?
Metallica's released a song.
Released what?
We released a new song.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
wish we could hear it, but we can't. That would be awesome. You know what? Those guys are always still doing it, dude. I think, you know what? I guess it's evidence, not that bad, not hard to see. That Trujillo guy, he puts a fucking match under their ass. He wants to play. He's got some rock starring to catching up to. You know what I'm saying? And you can tell he's such a smart musician, dude. Whenever they picked him, he was perfect because not only did he love what he did, he knew exactly what he was doing. That dude was writing his own parts down, playing as badass as he was.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
You know.
That guy's been in that band for like 18 years.
Has it been that long?
Who,
Something
Trio?
like that. Something like
Trujillo,
that.
wow.
Oh.
What a beast. So, I'm definitely
I
going to.
remember watching the documentary of him trying out.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, that was a big documentary for sure.
And
Some
they
kind of
didn't-
monster for sure.
Yeah, and they didn't even want him until he played like I think it was like the 5-chord bass, 5-string bass, just like the original bass player.
Right.
And there's like, okay, this is like destined.
Is
to
the
get-
camera on you or me?
It's on-
Cause good. Because it looks awkward whenever you're talking. I'm just there listening.
Yeah. No, it was. They even said it was almost like destiny because not too many bass players can play the 5-string bass.
Right. Well, he definitely can. He's just the exception to the rule. He can. He's a master bass player. So
Yeah.
anyway, anything else, Lewis?
Let me go back to it. I just missed it. Where is it? Oh yeah, Queen's Brian May knighted by King Charles.
Oh wow, that's huge. That's
that had to have
badass.
happened a long time ago.
Yeah, that
Did
had
it?
to happen a long time ago. It has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It has to happen like in the AOL.
Shout out to
95.
Lewis out there killing it,
I'm
folks.
pretty sure that happened.
Barely killing anything.
You are killing it, brother. You're killing it. You're killing it. I'm just breaking your balls, brother.
We
And
just didn't
then,
do our research. We didn't do our research.
Hey,
Rolling
did-
Stones
hey,
are
did
facing a
Don
copyright
Knotts
lawsuit.
die again?
What's that? What's that, Lewis?
The Rolling Stones are facing a copyright lawsuit over living in a ghost town.
Ugh, that one sucked anyway.
Yeah, it's like I don't even know that song.
I don't even.
I don't even know it.
That must have been the year that. Nothing.
Well, shout out to the prosecutors.
Hey, good job, Lewis. Hey, I got your back. That happened this afternoon. Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
it really?
Yeah, Brian May. It was this
Okay.
afternoon.
All right, all
Well, they
right.
knight
There you
people
go.
all the time.
Okay.
God dang it.
Well, anyway,
That
folks,
happened when I was 5.
folks,
I was 5.
we're gonna try our hardest to do these as many of these as we can. We'll keep it on this same page for as much as we can. But we're gonna keep doing it every week. I'll be sending out some.
Every 3 years.
I'll be sending out some clips. But anyway, check this out, guys. I forget the name of the guys who I'm having next week. I mean, this coming Thursday. I apologize. Oh, look, he's a local artist in Waco. But the week after, I have an award-winning documentary maker, and his forte is UFOs.
Nice.
I can't wait. It's UFOs and Bigfoot, but it's UFOs. That's his forte. I can't
Are you
wait
sure
to
it's
check
a
it.
UFO and not a weather balloon?
No. Anyway, that's gonna be Thursday after that. That should be good. And then the Thursday after that, the 30th, I think, I'll be doing. I'll be a guest at on a podcast called Cobra Cast in Georgetown, Texas, and I'll be promoting this podcast and my other podcasts and those roaches and whatever else I can throw in there. That'll be the 29th or 30th. And of course, 31st, we will be at Mayberry's Tavern in Lorena, Texas. Los Roaches.
John.
Always fun to play with my boys. And that's it. Oh, you know what? Real quick. Put it on you, Gabriel.
All right.
Put it on you, Gabriel.
All right. Hold on. All
I
right.
got a new name for Gabriel.
Oh, Lord.
Triple
Gabby.
C. Only the C is really supposed to be a K. Triple champ. The triple champ. I forgot. Oh, the Comic-Con.
I didn't know what
The
he was- where he was
Comic-Con
going
King.
with that.
Oh, the Comic-Con.
Comic-Con King. This dude is at every Comic-Con. So what was this?
Woo!
This last one, I
Have you
think
seen the chicks there?
no, that was a porn. That was a porn Comic-Con, wasn't it?
It was 18 and up.
Is that what that was?
Yes. Yes.
18 and
So tell me about this last one, brother.
It was 18 and up. It's called Waifu, and it's a waifu is like anime wife, like like a cartoon wife, like Wilma.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like okay, so it's anime wife. So you have
Wife and husbando.
you have
What'd you say, Lewis?
waifu.
Are you talking
Klingon.
smack in there? What's going on?
No, I'm part weed,
This
dude.
is a day out.
What
I
is it,
got
Lewis?
all-
Wait up, hold up. Lewis, what was that?
I said
Oh,
waifu
man.
and husbando. That's
Who?
how you say wife and husband in
Bless you.
Japanese.
What the hell? Okay, go ahead, Gabriel.
But anyways,
He's laughing. He's not laughing at
so
you.
you have a lot of conventions. You have
Mount Rushmore of White Spondus. Give me 4.
Marge Simpson.
exactly. But anyways, a
Is
lot
that
of
the one that-
conventions.
hey, did you
Wilma
see Marge
Flintstone.
Simpson when she was in the bikini?
Yeah, a lot of conventions have
Remember that?
Okay, let him talk.
a lot of conventions have like rules, like okay, you can't show this, your skirt can't be this high.
Okay.
This- So
They're not telling you this.
you know,
It's overall.
Yeah, overall.
Okay.
Overall, even the guys are like.
Because that'd be a whole other podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but this one,
Based on the length
yeah,
of your.
yeah.
I got you. Okay.
But
We didn't want to
this
tell you
one-
last time.
Yeah, but this one it's
I
18
can't
and up,
breathe.
so it's as you can tell from some of the pictures, girls can pretty much wear anything.
Right.
And
Gotcha.
I didn't take a picture of her, but I missed her. She probably was there on Friday or Sunday. She was dressed up as the new movie that's already out.
What's that?
Cocaine,
Creed 3?
no, Cocaine Bear.
What?
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
really?
What is? How do you?
She was dressed as a bear?
She dressed up. She had like a little onesie thing, and she had a bikini on, and she had, I guess it was just powder. So she was like, "Look, I'm cocaine." I'm guessing. For all I know, it was powder.
Sir, can I really have to use high quality props? I'm using actual cocaine.
For all I
Please,
know, it probably was.
please, sir. I just want to
Damn.
get by, and I promise I'll be out after in just a little bit.
She done wasted that cocaine.
Anyway, okay, so
Why do you keep going to the bathroom?
I went around the vendors hall like 5 times. What the hell?
okay, so anyways, and the bear was who's the bear?
So
There was a bear though, right?
There
So
was a
there was
woman
a
dressed
chick
up
with
as the
some
bear.
cocaine in the bathroom.
Yes.
Was
There
it
was a woman
Oh,
dressed up as
she
cocaine.
was okay. I
She was
misunderstood.
dressed up
you.
as Cocaine Bear. There was,
That's
there were,
pretty creative, man.
yeah, there were other creative cosplayers out there too. So it's like, wow, this is what it's like where there were pretty much like no rules.
Top 4 real quick. Top 4, the Rushmore of this particular Comic Con. Of this
Oh
particular
my
Comic-Con.
God.
Real quick. Wait, what are they? Tell me.
I'm
The
out.
Top, the top 4.
The top 4, yeah, of this particular Comic
Okay,
Con.
I have to be Sexy Cop.
Sexy cop. Okay.
The Sexy Cop.
Wait. Why sexy cop?
Because I know her.
Okay.
Okay,
That's very biased.
Yeah.
we're gonna take your favorite out of the mix. Now give us 4.
Yeah.
Okay, she's absent. Sorry. I would have to say. I have to look through. I have to look through.
So his list of 4 was only 1.
Yeah, it was just one. Okay.
And you took it away from him.
This isn't a Mount Rushmore. It's more like a hill.
He's got to
like
look
a
at.
knoll.
It's a religion. It's
He's got to look at the pictures to remember.
I gotta remember.
It was this one.
This totem pole.
Yes. Oh, there was one. Because it was. I've seen it at mini cons before, but it was Little Mac from the Nintendo Punch Out.
Oh, that little guy?
Yeah, there was a guy dressed up as Little Mac.
Okay.
Dude,
Okay. I don't know
sweet.
that, but okay. 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 Let's say most memorable. Besides, like most memorable, like couple of memorable ones.
A couple of memorable
Yeah.
ones would be Jesus.
Oh, something else. I hate when people do that. That's horrible.
Yeah.
I want to punch him in the face. Call him over here. All right.
How dare you?
Other two.
4 pirates.
4 pirates.
Pirates, yes, pirates. And they actually went to the convention on the vendors hall, in the vendors area,
Right.
and they all had alcohol. Some kind of alcohol on
Oh
them.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did they say "Arr"?
Yes, they did. They even had a
Damn it.
pirate.
See, I would have told
They
them
even
on
had
the
a
way
pirate
in.
flag.
Do you have any pictures, Gabe?
Yes.
Arr.
There you are. They even have a
Yeah, I
pirate.
hate when people do Jesus costumes. I don't know why. Me growing up in church, I hate when people do that. They do
was
that
a-
all the time.
There was a guy that lived next door named Kevin.
Right.
Looked just like him.
Oh,
There was one where
He painted during the day.
oh, okay.
Mario.
Oh, okay. This,
Yeah,
you know
a
what?
bunny
Hey,
Mario.
what's your name?
There's always going to be a Mario.
Yeah, a
Yes,
bunny
there's always going to be a Mario. Okay.
So nobody dressed as Link. Nobody dressed as Samus. Or
Oh
anything
yeah,
like that?
someone did dress up as Link and Samus.
Oh, nice.
Not Link and Samus. Zelda and Link.
You got this?
Gotcha.
I think we're losing our audience because they have no idea who they are. But anyway, folks.
I almost fell asleep
But-
just now.
Play
Anyway,
back.
folks, we're going to try to be back here as much as we can starting next week. We'll see. And if we can't make it, we'll be here the week after.